just find a place to go to college. I found so much more than that.
I found friends. I found sports.
I found my passion.
I found family.
I found my calling. I found a place to call home. Discover what you can find at Marietta by visiting marietta.edu today.
Coming up today on NewsCenter 15, investigations into a coronavirus outbreak in Seattle.
And a look at dropping stocks.
We'll have these stories and more. NewsCenter 15 starts now. Good afternoon, and welcome to Thursday's edition of NewsCenter 15. I'm George Riffle.
And I'm Landon Santini.
Topping our news this afternoon, federal authorities announced an investigation of the Seattle area nursing home at the center of an outbreak of the new coronavirus as the U.S. death toll climbed to 11, including the first fatality outside Washington state. Officials in California's Placer County near Sacramento said Wednesday an elderly person who tested positive after returning from a San Francisco to Mexico cruise has died. California Governor Gavin Newsom late Wednesday declared a statewide emergency due to coronavirus. Washington and Florida have already declared emergencies, and Hawaii has also joined them Wednesday.
In monetary news, stock markets turned lower on Thursday despite earlier gains in Asia, extending days of wild swings as investors try to gauge the economic damage of the virus outbreak and how much governments and central banks can help. European markets quickly lost their early gains, with France CAC 40 down 2.5% at 5,357. Germany's DAX Shield 1.9% to 11,897. Britain's FTSE 100 was down 1.8% to 6,697. Wall Street was expected to fall sharply on the open, with Dow futures down 1.7% and those for the S&P 500 retreating 2%.
Hey, George. Hey, Landon. I wonder what the weather looks like today.
I don't know, Landon, George. Let's find out as we go over to the weather wall with our good friend, Jared Ruffin.
What's up, guys? My name's Jared Ruffin, and I'm going to give you a short look at the weather. So, as we go through our current conditions, today it's 46, feels like it's 43, it's sunny, the sun's outside, the high 57, low 35, so it might be a little cold. The UV index is moderate, 3, air quality is great, not good, great. Pollen level, low. And when we come back, the 5-mile wind that you can kind of feel outside, humidity's 50, so it's not too hot, and then sunrise at 6:50 and sunset at 6:23. So a slight difference, but not too much. And then when we come back, we're going to have the 5-day forecast all through a week, so right back to the desk.
Thousands of migrants and refugees have tried to cross into Greece from the Turkish land and sea border in the past week. Clashes have been frequent, with Greek police firing tear gas, stun grenades, and water cannons to repel thousands of people trying to breach the border. Greek authorities say Turkish police have also fired tear gas at them in an effort to disperse border guards.
Pet cats and dogs cannot pass the new coronavirus on to humans, but they can test positive for low levels of the pathogen if they catch it from their owners. That's the conclusion of Hong Kong's Agriculture, Fisheries and Conservation Department after a dog in quarantine tested weekly positive for the virus on February 27th, the 28th, and March 2nd using the canine's nasal and oral cavity samples.
When WCMO returns, a state emergency in Tennessee,
and a high school coach under fire.
Stay with us.
I never chew tobacco.
I don't drink much.
Never smoked a cigarette in my life.
HPV. Isn't that about cervical cancer?
What does that have to do with oral cancer?
HPV? Didn't know that.
State emergency officials said 24 people died when fast-moving storms crossed Tennessee early Tuesday. 18 of them, including 5 preteen children, died in Putnam County, some 80 miles east of Nashville. 88 more were injured in the county. The twister that hit Putnam County was classified in EF4, the second strongest, with winds of 175 miles per hour, the National Weather Service said Wednesday evening.
A high school basketball coach is in some hot water over letting a celebrity twerker use the Miami Beach Senior High gym to make a video during her February 22nd Tweak Tour stop. In the February 22nd video, Nastya Nass, who has 6.8 million Instagram followers, led a group of 47 twerkers dressed in tight shorts and they twerked to a long version of Nicki Minaj's Yikes. The 13-minute video was uploaded to YouTube on February 28th and has more than 151,000 views.
What does more than $500 million get you? For Mike Bloomberg, it was 175 winning votes in the U.S. territory of Samoa. A group of Pacific islands with lush vegetation and stunning coastlines with some 7,200 miles from where he once served as New York City's mayor. Bloomberg's lone primary victory in America's Samoa population of 550,000 was an unorthodox and unauspicious culmination to a much hyped but short-lived Democratic presidential campaign marked by unprecedented spending designed to make a splash in Super Tuesday states.
A New Mexican woman is facing a larceny charge after authorities say she stole a neighbor's anatomical skeleton model. that allegedly was making an offensive gesture towards her. Court documents filed Monday show that Diana Hogbree was charged with 1 count of larceny in connection with the skeleton heist. The Santa Fe New Mexican reports Hogbree of Cuyamonga, New Mexico, told Santa Fe County Sheriff's deputies she was offended by the way the skeleton's hand was posed, with the middle finger pointed up.
Coming up next, we'll see a bus crash.
And we'll also get the latest news from Hollywood.
Stay with us. And also the 5-day...
And what can we expect for our weather? Jerry will be in for a look at our extended forecast. Stay with us.
Where are we?
We are at Marietta College.
This is where we live, at Marietta College.
Two Ohio buses were involved in a crash that injured one of the drivers, but no students were injured, authorities said. School officials said a total of 85 elementary and intermediate school students were on the buses involved in the crash shortly before 3:30 p.m. Wednesday. Manson School's spokeswoman Tracy Carson said emergency personnel called to the scene cleared all students to return home. One of the bus drivers was taken to a hospital, but officials said the injuries were not considered life-threatening.
A state lawmaker has proposed legislation that would ban abortion in the state of Ohio if the Supreme Court overturns the landmark Roe v. Wade decision. The bill introduced this week would ban all abortions in the state except for those to save a woman's life or prevent substantial and irreversible harm.
An Ohio man who made an online threat against U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been sentenced to time served on a weapons charge. Timothy Ireland of Toledo was arrested on August after Capitol Police received a tip that he made a Facebook post saying Ocasio-Cortez should be shot. When a special agent called Ireland, he admitted to posting the statement about the New York Democrat and said he was very proud of it.
Well, something that we're very proud of is the rather warm weather we've been having this week. But before we get into that, what do we have first, George?
Well, in entertainment, a familiar face and voice is returning to Vegas.
Here to fill us in on the latest news in Hollywood is our own Andrew Kondovich.
Hey guys, yeah, we got some pretty exciting stories coming up for you today. First up, a double dose of movie news today, featuring an upcoming film and an Oscar winner. Mulan is set to debut worldwide March 27th, but not in China if that country's movie theaters are still closed due to the coronavirus. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Disney's president of production is looking at it day by day. The $200 million remake was filmed in China, and its star, Li Yufei, is originally from Wuhan, where the coronavirus was first identified. Before Bong Joon-ho shot scenes of his Oscar-winning film Parasite, he drew storyboards of every shot. Now those drawings have been collected as a book. Parasite, a graphic novel in storyboards, tells the complete tale of the historic film, includes a foreword by the director, early concept of drawings, and photos from the set. The 300-page hardcover book is due out May 19th in Hollywood. I'm Andrew Condritz.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Well, I don't know. Are you going to go see Mulan? I'm hoping that it's at the very least better than Mulan 2. That sequel was terrible.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Well, now to give us a look at the weather, we turn to Jared Ruffin for our 5-day forecast.
Does it look at all rough out there, Jared?
You know, guys, the weather is a complicated thing. And what we can tell from this, if we're looking at this map, right now we're lucky. The southern part of America is where all the trouble is going on. As you know, the hurricane or tornado that went through Tennessee down towards Florida, there's a lot of rain that's coming off the coast. So luckily us up here, we're good. But down there, you want to head down there if you want some real weather. As we head to the next map, again, bare, really nothing going on. The temperature can change due to Ohio weather being as mysterious as it is, but really nothing. There is a small pocket of rain over by Dunham, but other than that, where we are, really nothing. And as we head to the 5-day forecast, Friday, we're going to have a high of 42, a low of 28, cloudy. It's not too bad. And as we head into Saturday, high of 48, low of 28, partly cloudy. Again, Sunday, a high of 60, a low of 40. Got a little heatier, and sunny. Monday, a high of 62, a low of 49, partly cloudy. Tuesday, a high of 57, a low of 46, scattered showers, so you're going to have some light sprinkling. And I believe that's our 5-day forecast. And I'll come back at the end. Let's go back to the desk.
Well, thank you so much for that, Jared. It's good because I thought it was going to rain tomorrow, but it's just going to be a bit colder, so that's good news.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, and so I think we got sports after this.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Take a good look and forward to that. We'll be back in the world of sports with Roscoe Savage.
I think it goes around.
Come on, buddy.
I'm here for you.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Look.
Why is this so hard?
Let's go. We gotta get you in practice.
I read it. Look, and it's set.
Where are we?
We're at Marietta College.
This is where we live at Marietta College.
Here's to the straggly ones. The first ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
And we're back with Ross for a look at the sports.
It seems like we've got quite a lot going on locally from basketball and the Olympics, but what's going on in the sports, Roscoe?
You're very right, Landon. To go into basketball, just 5 days after his 21st birthday, Luka Doncic continued to etch his name into Dallas Mavericks record book. In his first matchup against fellow young star Zion Williamson, Luka got the last word and the win. The second-year star scored 30 points and broke Jason Kidd's franchise record for triple-doubles with his 22nd, helping the Mavericks hold off the New Orleans Pelicans 127 to 123 in overtime Wednesday night. Japanese Olympic minister suggested in Parliament this week that the Tokyo Games could be postponed by a few months from the planned July 24th opening and still meet a contract agreement with the International Olympic Committee. It's not the clear cut and seems very unlikely. And for the world of hockey, Rickard Rankle didn't need a clock to tell him how much time remained as he skated up the ice. He had his Anaheim teammates on the bench counting down the seconds. Rickle scored with 1.2 seconds remaining in overtime. Ryan Miller stopped 32 shots, and the Ducks snapped the Colorado Avalanche's 7-game winning streak with a 4-3 victory Wednesday night. That's all I have, and back to the desk.
Thank you so much, Ross. So now we got Jared up here on the desk to talk a bit more about the weather. Seems like it's getting better, not as rainy going into next week, which is nice.
It's going to be quite a cold start to our spring break, it looks like.
Well, the thing is the weather will be changing. There'll be a slight increase on the sun that we're going to be seeing during the day. But, I mean, a lot of people are heading out on spring break, so the weather may vary depending on where you go. But for us here that are staying, we're going to have maybe some clouds, partly sunny, but nothing crazy. And I'm that type of guy. I don't want any crazy weather. What about you guys?
Oh, yeah. Don't tell me. Tell the people down in Tennessee. I can tell you they definitely don't want crazy weather right now.
Yikes.
Yeah. Well, about the sunshine, though. That's nice.
That's something to perk up your spirits, brighten up your day.
Oh, yeah.
Both literally and spiritually.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and that's it for us at WCMO. Tune in again at noon 30 and 6:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thank you so much, and have a great weekend.
Meet Candace. This senior basketball player